Hello, we are live. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, people? Good morning. How are you doing, all? Welcome to Pinoy Wheels, another exciting live streaming session. Let me just quickly introduce myself. My name is Katrina of Pinoy Wheel. I'm the host of this session. If you want to learn more about Pinoy Wheel, check out my website, www.pinoywheel.com. Or you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, that's Pinoy Wheel. There I feature inspirational stories and videos about personal growth, financial freedom, and healthy lifestyle. Okay, so today's live stream is going to be a highly informative one, just I always love to do. We are going to talk about side hustle with our special guest, Django Founder. All right, so without further ado, let me introduce to you our special guest for today. He is a wonderful husband, a hands-on father to two little thriving boys. He's an educator and the founder of Django VZW or Django NGO. From jazzy WordPress dev to social entrepreneurship, please welcome Renaat Sioncke.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks for the invitation to this live streaming. Looking forward to discuss about the side hustling.
Great. Thank you for coming in. So could you tell our viewers what you did before going on live? Tell us a bit about your last 30 minutes activity.
Yeah, the last 30 minutes activity, we were setting up the system. So even the live broadcasting systems were having some technical difficulties. But maybe before that, you mean we were
Yes.
walking with Josua and Mateo's niece and cousin. So they were playing in the play yard and walking. They were playing at grandmother's place, yes.
Yeah, I was expecting for you to say that. So our two little kids are now with their cousins playing, but before that, you were with them in the playground.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
On a Saturday,
yeah,
and in July, no school, so it's always good with the decent weather here to let the children play outside, and especially with the friends, cousins, nieces. They were having a great time.
Yes. So here in Belgium and for most Western countries, July is the start of the summer holiday. And so everyone knows it's time to play with, if you're a kid, you just want to play with your friends or your loved ones. Okay, so but before that, I also want to say that we also had a little bit of trouble, technical issue, but we're happy that it's fixed. And so let's continue. So, all right, in this video or live streaming video, we are going to cover the definition of side hustle. What are the advantages of doing side hustle and cons, if there are? Why start doing side hustle? And what are the popular side hustles these days? Okay. Okay, so before we begin, I just have to say thank you. If you are watching this video, if you find this video helpful, show your support by sharing this to your friends and loved ones. There you go. Okay, so let's start with defining what a side hustle is. Can you tell us what for you is a side hustle?
Yes, in my understanding of a side hustle is something you do aside of something more major, more important. So next to your full-time or main job. So if you have a full-time job, something where you work on, or if you have a main job that takes your focus during most of the hours of the work week. So side hustling is doing something next to it. It can be side hustling can be something practical, nothing online, but you can do side hustling online too. So then you have that more the digital side hustling. So it's more something that you do as a sidekick. But it's how many entrepreneurs start. Many businesses get built from the basement or from the side hustling perspective. And once the idea and the market is tested, you can grow into your own, in your own entrepreneurship, in your own business. You can become self-employed or build your own business that way.
Okay, nice. So based on your explanation, it's not the purpose of leaving your job, whether it's a full-time or a part-time, and doing a side hustle. Then it's not a side hustle anymore, correct?
So it's not the purpose. It's not always the purpose. It can be the purpose of side hustling. It can be that you say, I will do a temporarily time side hustling. And once I earn enough and I see that I have customers, I have a target market, a product, a service that I can sell, then you can go full time and leave your main job. So it can be, it doesn't need to be. There are enough people who are waiters in the restaurant or who are like online content translators as a side hustle, and maybe they never want to become a full-time in it. So it doesn't need to be you don't need to strive to go full-time, no, but it's a possibility. And from my experience in entrepreneurship, it's some well-traveled road of entrepreneurs. It's the less risky, maybe the more harder in time of combining your hours, but it's a way of starting your small home business or your small working from home opportunity with doing the side hustling way.
That's interesting. And later on, we're going to talk more about, transitioning from employment to doing side hustle and entrepreneurship, because I think it's more like a process. I mean, you cannot jump from one as an employee and right away as a huge entrepreneur. So
no, it's indeed, it's the less traveled road for many. It is, if there are entrepreneurs who build great business plans and who just from one day to another day, they get the funds, they start a business and they go for it. It's another way of entrepreneuring. Most people, especially if we speak here about side hustling, as a side hustler, you don't need to have the passion or the dream to have to build your own business from day one. It can be a hustle on the side that gives you the extra income, the extra fulfillment in doing that side hustle.
Okay, wonderful. So I just want to say that according to the Cambridge Dictionary, it says it's a piece of work or a job, or a side hustle is a piece of work or a job that you get paid for doing in addition to your employment or main job. Okay. So for you, what are the advantages of doing side hustle personally?
Yeah, personally, I would always choose for side hustling for the creative aspect in it. Side hustling, and in my experience, I did side hustling practical, not online, and online. So it gives you the flexibility to accept projects, to do something with your hands, with some creative work, or you can do online gigs. The side hustling give that creative flow that breaks the routine of your fixed job. Many fixed jobs have a routine, like mine. I'm a teacher, so I have a school year, and after a school year, it's again a new school year and a new school year. With a side hustling job, I can create during 1 week or during certain times some creative projects that where you can enjoy that project as a sidekick as it is, without needing to spend 1 year on the same job. It can be short term, maybe even only once, or maybe a prolonged sidekick job. So creativity is definitely one aspect. The second aspect I would emphasize is the income opportunity. So there are it's an extra stream of income that you can perform with your side hustle job. And you can determine in times that you have more time to side hustle, you can take on more side hustling jobs. In time that you have less, or maybe you want to have a break, that it's enough with your main job, you can slow down. So those two are definitely my main focus. And not to forget, there is, of course, a fiscal or aspect of getting tax returns.
Right. Okay. I like when you said that, when you mentioned about advantages of doing side hustle, and it's one thing is improving your creativity. And I think most people can really understand or resonate that part, because we're forever learning. Every now and then we have to learn something new. So yeah, that's something that we all want to pursue.
Yes, in that part, the creativity, like for me, I'm the lot of online. I like to follow the online changes, like even the live streams. You see more and more people live streaming. It's always a challenge, technical skills challenge. But if you keep moving as a side hustler and if you accept those challenges, like live streaming now, for example, it gives you that extra creativity and that extra extra fulfillment in life. You feel that you're not left behind, that you stay young and ambitious, kind of passionate feeling too, that you keep learning, so you don't start falling back in society. You keep improving, you keep keep learning, keep enjoying, and you're not complacent. You're not going backwards. The feeling that maybe you will have if you do 20, 30 years the same routine as a main job, that you will at one day you will fall behind the new kids who come on the workspace.
Yeah. Okay, that's really a nice insight. Thank you for that, Renaat. So I want to go back to the part, about side hustling is not only about digital, because most people, especially millennials and the younger generation, when you say side hustle, they always tend to, think about you're doing something online, which is actually not correct.
Yeah, it's not. It's I think there is nowadays a lot of side hustling online, but there are still a lot of people who like to just do something physical next to their job. I've always been amazed. I am amazed about my grandmother and my mother, who is they are passionate about knitting and sewing. They don't. They just do it to do something next to their job. They don't sell it, so it's not a perfect side hustle. It's more a creative hobby, but it's something they do. Some people nowadays even make their own clothes and start selling them online, but it's still physical, or they just sell them to the friends and to the friends they who they know.
So side hustle existed long way before computer started, or this whole thing, internet started.
I think it's the natural way of human economy or commerce, that you do what somebody else desire, or what you like to create. So there are a lot of examples of artists or even bakers who never went to bakery school, but they just became good in it because they enjoyed learning the skills and performing the service or the product.
One thing is, learning the skill and improving that skill, but also there's a part of, I want to provide for my family. So it's nice to have an employment job, but I want to be able to provide more in different aspects. I think that purpose also feeds doing side hustle. Okay, so do you have any negative, or is there anything that you think is not really working or serving the purpose of side hustle for you?
Yeah, with side hustling, like any business agreement you make, it's always about having fulfillment. So you make a commitment to serve or to deliver a product or to make a service. So it's always if the service was not like the client expected, you always have times that you feel that the client is over demanding, or you cannot satisfy them because it was not within the scope of the project or within the scope of the agreement. Yes, there are always things you can meet those side hustles. So you have to be ready for critique. You have to be ready for people who are expecting more than the service that you deliver within the time and the budget that you agreed on the project. And maybe with that's a given.
Yeah.
The other negativity I would think is about the side hustling, like it is, like the word said, it's a side of your main job. Most people have next to their job some family life and some social life. So the balancing of your side hustling will be the hard part, or in my experience is the hard part, that it gives the dynamic of side hustling many times can overwhelm your other time investments. Like especially you have to be very good looking on the side of your family life and your social life, that you keep having good, clear planning skills, and that's all areas of your life are being fulfilled as expected.
Okay, so you are saying that with side hustle, you have to be more focused or cautious of your responsibilities, that you'll be able to reach that target for your clients. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because once there is a demand for your service or your product, or once they know that you are good in something. For an example, once you're good in something, more people talk and spread the word. So there is a bigger demand, and it's a side hustle. So you know that you're limited in time, more limited than a full-time job. So if you take on more jobs, it will cost your family life or your social life for time, because your main job is not likely to accept that you take a leave or something so quickly. Many times it's social life that will reduce. In my example, it's one of the passionate things that I like to do as a side hustle is teaching swimming. I always enjoyed going to the swimming club myself. I became a swimming teacher long time ago, but ever since I've been involved in the local swimming club, and there is a big demand in swimming teachers. So I keep doing the swimming teaching, but there are always people asking, can you teach my child or my child? Can you teach more hours on or other days? And I came to a conclusion that I just teach one afternoon or a few hours every week, and that's it. Or your child can come at that time, or I am not the teacher to teach your child. So it's a give, it's a balancing. I cannot teach all children, since I have another job and I have a family that I want to be with too. So that's the kind of balancing that you have to do nonstop or all the time, I believe.
Time management is very important.
Yes,
so speaking of time management, what are the usual skills needed to start doing side hustle? Because you mentioned earlier, since you are kind of like your own boss, once you start doing a side hustle, what do you think are the most important skills that
I think you can do it how it's used in your industry or your niche that you're entrepreneur in or that you side hustle in. For me, it's you have to have basic planning skills, since you take on another agreement. You make agreements with another company or with people, so you have to work on deadlines. Sometimes it's a fixed moment that you have to be present, like a live stream or like a swimming lesson. And other times you work with more fluid deadlines, like you deliver by the end of the month, or you deliver like if you do some seasonal work, like, hey, in the summer you have to be more active than in the winter. So you have to have good understanding of the agreements that you make, and definitely don't take on too much work at once. Give yourself the time to get used to a little side hustling before you do a lot of side hustling at once.
Okay, great. We have a very nice question here from a sneaker update. His question is, how do you balance things out when you have a full-time job and 2 more side hustles?
Yes, it depends how you balance things out. For me, in my full-time job, I have a full-time job that I work a lot from home. So I can work a lot in the mornings, a lot in the evenings. And like I said, I have a fixed job or fixed side hustle, a few hours every Wednesday afternoon for the school children to swimming. That's the free afternoon that in Belgium children go to sport clubs. So it's a small side hustle. It's a routine. And the other side hustles I can... it's about managing a few hours a week in the morning or the evening, or it's not make it not too much, but the planning skills is needed there.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Sneaker Update. And so let's move forward to the next question. What are the most popular side hustles nowadays?
The most popular side hustles, I hope you researched some. I'm not a specialist to see what is the most popular. Do you have any hints? Because like we said, it's there. I think if I listen to what my colleagues are doing, I think there are still a lot of waiters, people who do waitering, who do some babysitting especially for the younger ones.
Yes.
18-year-olds, 20. I see.
Or I think selling some clothes, like your secondhand clothes or items that you don't use anymore, but they still can in good condition. So that's also another great way to side hustle. Yes, and if you have some skills on writing, for example, you can start writing an article or blog or doing copywriting online.
No, that's. I think in the digital space there are definitely a lot of jobs like the writing or creating or even selling online. If I see what people are doing of online activities, there are different areas that you can work on. Work from the main term that I'm familiar with is working from home. So there are a lot of side hustlers who just work from home. It's many times next to their next to their main job, that they work from home for some activities, and sometimes it's just referring people, giving reviews, or working together with the company and get referrals.
Right. I remember a few years ago, I did some side hustle on giving makeups and massage, relaxation massage. So that's also another thing to do if you are interested in that area. But it's a great way, because for me, it's it's making me more relaxed aside from doing my job. Yes. Okay, so for you, what do you think is a reason for doing side hustle?
For me, it feels like a natural way, since side hustling gives you the opportunity to start entrepreneuring. It's definitely the best way to start doing something. You have the safety of your main job, so you have the fixed income of your main job, but you can start learning entrepreneuring. So if you have any entrepreneurial gene or passion, or if you have any wish of building recurring income or your own income, if you want to be your own boss one day, for me, side hustling seems the obvious way to go forward.
Okay, great. Because of the number of skills and experiences that you can get out of doing it.
Yes, right. Yes, it's more. It's training your skills. It's learning the way how to do it. It's learning to together with other people. Like now, learning to use the new social media, to use to come and tell your story online, what you are doing. So it's training the skills, and it's also training your entrepreneurial steps. We are not born as entrepreneurs. We learn to be entrepreneurial. And if you want to be your own boss, if you want to be able to decide how your income or your business is going, then it's probably not or it will probably not happen in the job you have now, because many people are not the boss of the company they are working for. So, and likely they will never be the boss of the company of their main job. So building your own company is possible as a side hustler, and can give you that that freedom or that responsibility.
Yeah. Okay, nice. So do you have any tips for our viewers right now watching? Probably they want to start, doing some little side hustle in their neighborhood, or some of them would jump doing some digital jobs.
I think my main giveaway tip would be like, keep listening to like an interview like here, Pinot Real. Keep listening to people or side hustlers who work. Who did the work and who are telling their story, who are sharing their information, or sharing how they look back on the way that you want to go, so that you learn from the experience of other people, connect with Pinot Real community, come to the Django.city community. You're welcome to see how you can benefit from us, but don't try to or don't think you're alone. There are enough people who do side hustling, and there are enough people who are willing to listen to what you want to achieve and to show you a few of the tricks that you're doing. I think in Pinot Real, I love to be on the live stream, since Pinot, like an interview style, it's the future. So if you want to do side hustling, or if you are doing some side hustling, you have something you want to tell, a product or service. Nowadays, it's like perfect to ask Pinot Real for an interview. To keep the marketing, keep your branding going, and broaden the skills.
Right. Thank you. I just have to say this. We are live streaming right now on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. So if you're watching right now, let me know, say hi there, and also feel free to subscribe to PinoyReal.com or to my YouTube channel. Okay? All right. So finally, before I let you go, can you tell us how can people get in touch with Django, Django VZW or Django NGO?
So the Django NGO is reachable at django.city. That's our domain name. You can reach us by social media. The easiest way is go to the website. You have a contact page and check the contact details there. We are we are welcoming all people from around the world who would Django.city is our website to be found.
All right. Thank you so much, Renaat, for joining with us today and sharing your valuable thoughts on the subject of side hustle. Definitely we'll have more videos coming or live videos. We will try to do this once every week. If not, then let us know. We will just do it continuously.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Let us know if there are specific questions for kind of questions around your digital web presence or your marketing or your how to find more customers online. Drop a line to Katrina, and maybe in the next live webinar, we will be able to address all those questions.
Yeah,
Thanks
that's
again.
for sure. That's very welcome. That's for sure. So I would be very glad if you could let me know your questions. We will cover those things in the coming live stream videos. Okay. So to our viewers, again, thank you also for watching this video. Don't forget to share this to your friends and family who might need this. Okay. Happy weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.